I walk with two different groups. I do. I walk with two different groups. So who do we walk, Barbara?
God, you made me forget. Miss Soleil
Yes.
and Miss Wiley and
I'm gonna tell. I didn't do Wiley. I got pulled. Did you get Wiley?
yeah.
Bryant.
No,
What's
it
that
wasn't
last
Wiley.
one?
Bryant. Wilson?
You had somebody in that saying, was it Williams or Pavone?
No.
We did three. I can't remember who the third one is.
They left
May.
it like that.
Oh my God, I don't remember either.
Oh, that's terrible.
really
Then they didn't make the question.
It happens.
No
Okay,
question.
I'm sorry. I don't remember the third. And Miss Wiley was great from what I saw. I like the way she has her class set up with the objective up there and then her warm up. So the kids, when they come in, they know exactly what to do. It's not a whole lot of discussion, and I was there right at the beginning. So as soon as they came in, everybody moved into their proper spaces. She had up there who was supposed to do the warm up. From there, she did some really good questioning about how did they arrive at their solutions, things of that nature. She didn't invite a whole lot of choral responses. She called on individual students to respond whether or not they agreed with it. So those were things that I really was impressed with, that she did. Mr. Lay, he was doing a review. However, it wasn't the objective that was up. I think it was the previous day objective that was up, and then he moved in to the actual review process, and he circulated constantly. He was moving.
He was.
But I just didn't see opportunities that he presented to the kids, for the kids, to kind of gauge what their individual learning was. It was like, I'm just walking around, and if you need me, you need me. It wasn't that sort of interactive conversations that I think the kids would have benefited in review. And it was just that, but up and moving. I give him kudos for that, and I did.
I don't think
Yeah.
it's that. And you know what? I had walked his room with admin the week before.
Mhm.
Somehow I got him back to back. But it was the same thing.
Mhm.
He never sits
He never
down.
sits down.
So, that was spot on with that portion of checking for understanding. So if the kids had a question, he was available to answer it. However, he did not incite them to really think about the things that they need to be thinking about with the review. So, and it was just them completing the review sheet. So, again, there's no way for him to really gauge if they got it or not. God, I
I'm
can't remember who that
trying to
third
rack
was.
my brain. It was in that suite.
The same suite.
No, on the other side. Wasn't it the one across from Samantha Chandler's office?
Okay, so we got Castanon,
No.
Rosella,
No.
Mr. Pham.
Oh, it's the new teacher.
Mr.
Yeah, him.
Oh,
Oh,
Mr.
God,
Pham.
It
that's
was in that
terrible.
suite. I can see it.
Mr.
Yeah. Okay, let me remember
When we
what was
walked
going
in, there
on.
were two kids presenting.
Yeah.
A problem over here. So they were presenting, but there were so many missed opportunities. I felt like there were kids that weren't on task in there. And he stayed at the front most of the time. All of that material was over my head. I'm not a math person, but I wasn't catching on to
We had
it.
people who were definitely deficit in math.
Yeah,
So
it
the
was-
content, I had no idea what was going on,
But when
but,
he's asking those questions, if you recall, it was only one kid answering.
right. And he was
So-
having class with that one kid.
Yes.
At the
Yes.
end, I think he kind of realized the presence in the room, so he started calling on people.
You're-
But that was very eye-opening, because nobody can answer any of the questions. So he had moved on to that space, and the real irony was he had moved on, and now he realizes they didn't get all of this stuff he moved on from, other than that one kid he was having this conversation with. And I mean, it was going back, he was answering everything and back and forth, so I think those are going back to his questioning and trying to check for understanding.
But he did have the kids, the other thing we noticed, remember, because we went to Lay's room first and then his room, and it was like over 20 minutes in and he was still working on the warm-up.
Yeah.
This is sad because my GBF my first cycle of GBF with him was the warm-up, and he was over 20 minutes the first time. He
Yeah.
was over 16 minutes the second time. The third time we videotaped it, it got down to 12 minutes. We were so excited. And then I told him we were gonna start working on something else.
He back up to 20 plus. We was in there, yeah.
Now, I'm not saying it wasn't beneficial,
Yeah.
because the kids were up at the thing, going through their problem, and going through how they solved
We were
it, so
so
we just kinda.
excited, we got it down to 12 minutes.
Well, and I'm
Well,
not.
maybe it might have just been this one. I don't know, you know.
And he's a
It's a
year two
conversation.
teacher, so we're
It's a conversation.
moving into
Right.
his own.
If it's not
Right,
consistently
yeah.
that, then I would be
Year
concerned.
two.
But I think everybody, you know, sometimes you just wanna make sure everybody understands. He just may have lingered. Look, it was very complicated stuff. It would make my head hurt. I wanted to get out of there.
Well, there were people in the back of the room though, when he was up there doing the questioning, I guarantee you they were lost, just like I was.
Yeah, I mean, it was
He
really,
was not paying attention to
And see
anyone.
that, and that's why I wanted to teach a radar to be my next focus point with him.
yeah.
So,
So,
we'll see, we start a new cycle this year.
Yeah.
and then, but this was two, who saw the content area? English, right?
Before that?
Did we
It was
report on
social
English?
studies.
No,
We walked social
We recorded
Oh,
social
we
studies.
missed the meeting.
No,
That's
we
what
missed
you're
the
saying.
meeting.
We missed the
It
meeting.
was social studies, cause remember we had,
Okay.
McDougal and
Oh, yeah,
somebody
yeah,
else?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Gosh, I don't remember.
They were all good.
Oh, my goodness.
Rachel and I walked,
Michelle, no, Sierra and Sal.
oh yeah, for the social studies, and then we walked Cape Rock and Tweedy for math. The social studies, I can't remember those. X.
Sierra was awesome. She was right on. She was using the document camera. For anyone struggling, I feel like she's a very strong teacher.
And that's ESL.
Exactly, ESL, full class of ESL. And it was interesting because before we had seen Mr. Sell, which is an AP economics course, and he had great questions for them, but my only concern was that's heavy vocabulary and some of the students were struggling with the vocabulary. So I felt like maybe, he had like a word wall, but it had no words on it, so maybe, but I know, and you're probably thinking, well, it's not ESL, but they're gonna take the AP exam, which is heavy vocabulary.
Right,
Yeah,
And
you
some of the
can tell it.
students, they had great discussion, but they still struggled with
right.
the
In
meaning.
his class, they were talking about the GBF or GPB, you know, the market going up and down. When we walked in now, remember?
GDP?
Probably, right. There were three students, I think, standing, and he was actually, bringing relevance and purpose to the lesson, by asking questions based on their height. And then he did something with macroeconomics on the board. So it was, that part was pretty cool. The students seemed to be on task. It was pretty casual, you know, it was just like real relaxed, but the students were on task. You know, the students could answer, they were in their routine of the class. And in Sierra's room, I really liked the way she broke things down with the graphic organizers, and she was like, okay, no, go back, flip the paper over yesterday's, what was this word? She used an example, she used lots of examples, real world examples, to make sure that students understood the meaning. So it was great to see that.
Yeah. And the thing with Mr. Sell, since he didn't have lesson plans, we didn't know where he was going. Nobody got this.
Yeah, he didn't have a lesson plan, and Miss Sierra's lesson plan matched. The activity, her. In math, so I had Mr. Hayrock, this objective was up and posted. The students, they had completed their warm-up, you know, real clear, instructions on come in, your warm-up was question 15, I guess, maybe it's a warm-up sheet that they work from. So, I'm not for sure if he had, checked that. Then we had the shelter in place for a few minutes, and so
Well, he had a game or review that they were gonna play, but they never really got to it. We would go back to Miss Lee's room and then back to his room and we were kind of like, when this gonna happen, but, I was impressed with Miss Lee. And then I found out she's a first year teacher. Yeah. I was like, wow, and Shelton and I were talking about things she's doing in place to kind of, but I was impressed at how organized she was. And the students seemed to be working along. And, she utilized, pairs and I thought that was really good.
And she's using, making sure that, the timer part, we have 1 minute for this, and she's sticking to that,
We need
you know,
to do it.
right.
Yeah, I was impressed with her.
Yeah, I'm impressed with her too.
And she went over vocabulary, you know, the students were actively using, the ISN, which I didn't see Rock, and we probably wanna see that more, since he has the MMA kids and probably all those kids, I don't know what the list is you sent me, are gonna be retaking algebra, but that ISN, was not, active in his room. But even in her room with geometry, you could tell that kids knew the routine and they understood how to get help from their peers, so, and at that time it was appropriate, so she was okay.
Okay, the first week we saw Lions Platoon and Ambrose, and Lions was doing, it was good. I don't remember what we saw, but
It's
she's
amazing, her growth from one year to the next.
was
I don't know, it's
doing
like
good.
she took a potion.
I don't remember the other twos very much. That's sad. 2 weeks ago,
The
my
longest-
brain is not
The
good.
longest cartoon wasn't, yeah, but that's,
I don't know.
was she on content?
Let me
You don't
open it
remember?
up and read it. I think she was.
Okay.
And then, let's see. The objective contains some components, yeah. Explain new economic factors and principles of Europe's commercial revolution. Emily typed this one up, so that's probably why I
Okay.
don't remember. But, yeah. And then last week for math, we saw Kala, Marlin, and Hunter, and Kala was just, she's always good. Ask great questions at appropriate time, great pacing and everything. Marlin we saw on Friday because he was out 2 days earlier in the week, and his kids were reviewing, and they were working together, and, he was actively monitoring. It did come up that he could have asked better questions during the review, I guess similar to Michael too. And he was, what could you do to make sure they really are, getting it? And then, Hunter, they were reviewing too, but it was a totally different atmosphere because the kids were working in pairs and she was walking around and questioning them, so. It was good classes.
Jill and I saw Fisher, which is always good. I mean, it's very regimented class, very good, but her class is always good. I mean, it's always on point. I don't have anything negative to say about any of that. Mallard, we tried multiple times, but there was the HCC thing and other stuff, and and then with our schedules, it just didn't work for her. And then we saw, I cannot remember.
See, it wasn't just.
The other
It wasn't
side.
just, cause I just remember when we saw social studies when she said that, so, yeah.
She's on the other side.
World history side or US history side?
It was US history side.
Ambrose,
No, I had Amber.
Kelly.
Kelly.
Kelly,
Okay.
which was going along pretty well. I mean, it wasn't,
That's stellar, but the kids were.
Yeah, but the kids were.
yeah. And then for math, it was me because Jill was not here. So I saw, Layton, and I made it a point to try and run after, party tables to go see, catch the warm up. And, they were doing well. He was using his smartboard, using the pen, talking to the kids. He had it two different colors, so I felt like it was kind of color coded a little bit, which later Carolyn laughed at me because he's colorblind.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know if it was on purpose or not, or if he even knew.
He may not have known.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
He said it was different colors or something.
She doesn't,
No, he
Maybe
just
he
seen them in random
she
and
doesn't
she thought
know
it
if
was,
he did it
you
on
know,
purpose or
or not, because she's like,
yeah.
I was assuming he had. Could just been, yes, could have just been that he.
I mean, I don't remember what colorblind he is, but he is colorblind.
Oh, okay.
But it was good, I mean, the kids were able to answer questions, and they were talking back and forth the whole time. In Jones's class, they were doing a review, he was at his desk when I went in, but there was a kid at his desk, he was helping across his desk and talking with the kid. And so when he was done with talking with that kid, he got up and was meandering around, talking to the kids on the other side of the room, and this, that, and the other. I mean, I just asked him a couple of questions like, how could you make it more interactive, where the kids are talking to each other a little more, kind of a thing. Planning for that kind of stuff, but, I mean, it wasn't terrible. They were on task with it.
Anybody else?
And we saw Getz and McDougal
And
and
Bennett.
Bennett.
Mhm.
See your face.
For social studies.
Yeah.
Um,
Like there was nothing wrong in the classrooms, they were all fine classrooms, but like Getz and McDougal definitely were more of a sit and get. McDougal had them doing an activity and there wasn't a lot of talking, so the kids were very active. Getz, it seemed like they were just filling stuff in, and so our comments were just like, why aren't the kids responding, saying some of this, filling it in, doing the answers,
We're working
responding.
with each other, you know?
She was talking and they were following along,
Right.
and so, nothing wrong, but what else can you do? Just,
I mean, if we're still focusing on the engagement, not a whole lot of that. Now Bennett, on the other hand, when we walked in, the kids were all over the place, and they were doing like a galley walk.
yeah.
You know, they were looking up information, there was one young lady that didn't know a word, you know, she was able to facilitate and use context
She
clues.
was interacting with the
and-
kids and answering
Yeah.
questions and stuff, but it was not dependent on her. She stood
Right.
there and then kids came and went and they were doing stuff and yeah, it was a lot louder, but they were definitely knew what they were doing. It was very clear they had expectations. It wasn't just like all out.
No, and everybody
free-for-all.
was doing their stuff. I mean, everybody was filling their paper and moving along. So it's very different, like the same type of material, just presented very differently. And then for math, we saw Smoot,
Cass,
Castanon,
and we forgot about that.
no, it was, remember I was out for my meeting and, yeah, so. But, you know, no doubt that they know their stuff, but once again, Smoot just works out the problem from the very, you know, front, back kids.
There was not a lot of interaction.
Yeah, no.
She was sitting and they were all like, and then we were laughing because she'd work a problem and then she'd be like, well, the answer is 4, and there were a lot of kids who just like sort of,
Okay.
no, and then she started to work the problem and then they'd actually start to write something, they just tried to look busy, so she never ever asked like, what'd you get, Lynette? She just was like, okay, everyone got 4, who got 4? And everyone was like, yeah, me too. And I'm like, what? So I was like, really, come on. And then she'd be like, what do we do next? And you know, those teachers would be like, divide by 7, and then oh yeah, everyone said divide by 7, and I was like, come on, let's never called on individual kids, so it was really hard to tell, like, how do you know who's getting it?
Yeah, and then Castanon, he was very good, you know, always.
It was way more interactive.
Yeah, he was engaged with the students. That's probably the most ESL class that I've walked in a long time. So he was doing a lot of translating, but the kids were, you know,
He kept
all
coming back to
working it.
English, but I think that was for me more than anybody else.
No.
I'm just gonna not lie, because the longer I was in there, the more he was speaking in English, so.
But, you know, the kids were working, they were doing what they were supposed to. He had an exit ticket because we saw him at the end, so, you know, it was one
And
more
he was
problem.
interacting a lot more with the kids.
Yeah. Yeah, he was up and going.
A lot more than one-on-one. Like, there are other things he could do, but he was at least calling them individual students, moving around.
And they were in partners.
Yeah,
So
asking them
they-
their answer before he said the answer.
Right.
You definitely know he knows the kids' names.
Anybody else? Wanna share out?
Katie and I had Marquita and
Brian.
and Brian, right? And I guess we'll start with Brian. Brian was out for unexpected issue, so we were typing it up. And Mr. Green was teaching in there and pretty seamless, so I felt like that was a good model for how all our peer teachers, you couldn't tell that, kids couldn't tell that who was really. Yeah, so I mean, he was teaching away, so.
Yep, and he even made an error and the kids corrected him, so that just shows how they were engaged, because they were like, wait, you did that, you missed a step, and so it just was good, but he was just like, okay, that's right, you know, and he just went back up there, like, no big deal, like, you know, I thought he did a great job, you know.
They work really well
Yeah.
together.
You could tell-
Like,
you
at the
could
end
tell,
of
like-
last year, separately, they both said, can we be back together?
It seemed seamless.
Yep, it
Yeah.
did, the kids
And I
were.
think he's getting
And he's
stronger in the
learning the
content.
math.
Yeah,
Right,
he
he's
is,
getting
yeah,
stronger in
I
the
would
math
make a ton of
content.
mistakes
Right.
if I had to do that, so.
That's what Scott Lopez worked real well, it's seamless,
Mhm.
and I like to see that,
And
yeah.
then Marquita was doing, was it MMA or what was that?
Algebra race.
Algebra,
race.
yeah.
Yeah, and it was like a I do, we do, I felt like it was very interactive, kids were, she had like little chants for them to follow along with, and, I felt like she was doing a good job modeling it, and I was looking at all the kids were following along with her example provided, and, I don't know, it just seemed like, she had a good systems in place. And then we had Coach Mazella.
Yeah, we do.
Small tell. All right. Anything else?
I just remembered with social studies, McGee was doing that grudge ball.
Yes.
Yeah, we forgot about that.
That was fun.
That was fun. That was a review, and, I'm gonna have her send out, maybe through our all staff, if it's okay, that strategy, grudge ball. It's a review, game
Kids
that
love
they
it.
play, and they were, I mean, they're all over the place, trying to get in there and
Had
play.
actual balls
Yeah.
flying around the room.
Yeah, so, I need to talk with her to send it out.
Can we videotape it?
Yeah, I'll do that too.
That would be fun.
Yeah,
Alright.
it was a fun, and I just thought about it, yeah.
One of our PD
And
days.
since you brought McGee up, I walked McGee with Ms. McRoberts on the leadership side, and, it was like really good when we walked in, because we were trying to go to, so we can get more data on the opening. Kids were already, working their warm-up, and it appears that she has a sheet that's already divided Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday warm-up, so they know exactly where to write their notes and work their
It's very
problems.
structured.
Yeah.
And, she was also taking attendance and passing out the test, grade slips. So the kids were all over the place, where's mine? And I was like, I mean, like, they were really asking, like, they wanted their test slips, they wanted to know, and she complimented them on, she said, you guys did a great, the class average was a 92, for example, and like, just from that point, you could feel the energy for the kids, and then they start going into, the lesson, but just building up their momentum to go into the lesson, it was really good, I really liked, that.
Yeah, and, I just thought about that because, that was the day we went to both the, AP and, pre-AP, and we went to see, Maceo, and hers was, everything was projected, I'm at my desk, the kids were working, but it's just not that energy. And that's what, it was just a whole different energy, so I'm glad you brought that up, about energy in the class.
That was fun. I didn't know what that was.
Yeah.
I wanted to play.
I wanted to go erase somebody's points off the
I
board,
know.
they didn't get the answer right.
That was fun.
That's what makes them mad, they get their points erased.
Very competitive. Okay, so before we do the, I think it's time to switch partners, right? Before we do all that though, that next part, that data reflection part, so I know that we got, data last week when we did the mid-year review and we looked at that and I gave you a hard copy so that y'all could look at it a little bit deeper as well. I would like to share that with staff on Monday morning so they know how far we've come, where we started, where we're at, and where we wanna be at the end of the semester. Of course, I can get up there and I can do this part. I almost prefer maybe two of y'all to do that, because they might listen to you. I feel like sometimes they don't listen to me. They're just like, okay, we're going in here, she's on that part next. if I change up presenters, I think sometimes it makes them sit up and pay attention a little bit more. Plus, I wanted to give some kudos and maybe some shout outs to the people that we've walked and the great things that we've walked, and it's not all boo-boo. You know, through the semester, we've walked this person, that person, and some shout outs of good stuff. But then also talking about where we're concentrating, where we're looking at, and where we need to still grow. So, anybody want to do that on Monday? Staff development day? Anyone?
I can.
Anybody gonna help Adrian do that?
What are you doing, Adrian?
I have helium in my arm, you didn't know?
Oh,
We only have the 4-4.
I know, that's okay. I mean, they are at a point right now where they're getting tired and they're starting to whine and grind about how many times they're going to the classroom. So I think it's a good reminder to remind them, this is why we're doing this is why we started doing this, blah, 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 blah.
So you're just gonna show them whole staff then and not the
Correct.
individual for a quarter?
Correct, correct. But I think it's important to throw out kudos to things, like her fall situation. I heard somebody else, we've had great things in here, think back to the walkthroughs, you know, they don't hear that enough. You know, and so if we do like kudos of different things that we saw or whatever, I think that's good. And looking at the data showing the growth from where we were at the very beginning, first semester to where we are now, or whatever, he gave us the data to do that with. I just think it's a good point, but I also think we need to remind them, maybe it'll calm them down with the correction and growing in their age.
But are you saying Adrian, just some kudos, individual kudos?
You gonna do it with her, Barbara?
well, I thought you wanted data too. Which one?
No, he gave us the data due with it, so we just have to break out from
Do
his
you wanna do
data.
the data part of it, or the kudos?
You know, I think they need to do that.
Okay, we'll do the kudos.
Okay,
I think you
Okay.
can take some pictures.
Okay, we can do that.
That's a great idea.
and we can send you people to go see.
Okay,
I just think they need it.
Mm-hmm.
They
I agree.
they need it to push them
that's this
to the
Monday?
finish line.
Maybe
Next
if y'all
Monday.
go to your own individual departments, take pictures and send them to Barbara, Barbara can compile that way.
Okay, I can do
We've all
that.
mentioned somebody in each of the four.
I don't wanna get up and just talk about data. I
Huh?
want to analyze.
I don't answer it anyway.
I know, I heard the word scanning kids.
You got something green
Just
there.
something to charge them up and get them to go, cause
Yeah,
the
like-
spring semester's hard enough.
Stuff like that, just not shove it and doing stuff like that.
Yeah, like our teaching
So-
year.
Yeah.
Adrian, Barbara, Andy, y'all need me, I think I still have it, the email with his data stuff, you need me to send it to you? So you'll take and pull out what y'all want?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on that.
You have to
quick
celebrate
links
more.
page too.
Yeah,
It's on the
celebrate. I think I
spreadsheet
probably got
for the
it.
observation.
It's where?
It's on that spreadsheet for the observation. If you want more help,
Well, forget the data, just for the kudos.
Okay.
Because, well, they have data because the
I
admin.
like.
Yeah.
Enough you
So, because they might be.
So you want
they might feel left
visual
out.
excitement?
I don't
No,
want it to be,
I'm
here's
not-
another piece of
Yeah.
data, I want it to charge them up
Okay.
and kind of push them towards that finish line.
Okay.
Y'all know, everybody does, that we run out of gas in the spring. Any moments that we can to charge them up, I think would be good.
Barbara, I need some razzle dazzle from you. I want you to show up dressed like ABBA on Monday with the platform shoes and the cape.
Look at her face.
Do you want me to send you the pictures that I've taken that I've tweeted out?
Yes.
Cause every time that we were off, we tweet out anything that's
Yeah, she
exciting.
does.
I do that anyway.
Oh.
That's why you have access to.
Good stuff.
No, but this is, I do it, remember, you
Okay,
can
so
tweet.
that was my data
Yeah,
reflection on the
personal.
agenda, I had that idea and I wanted to,
You can include that in
to
the
be
school.
exciting, not,
You can have
not
that.
the data.
How much time?
Well, I haven't finalized, I'm actually talking to Jill after this meeting about what she wants to bring back for tech and stuff.
Okay.
How much time do you think you need?
I don't know. I just wanna make sure I don't go
So all
over
I've
under.
got, I've got some lady who come in to talk to me, I've told her no for 3 years, so I'm giving in now, she's breaking me down. Pretty much screaming with the staff or whatever. She needs 7 minutes, so she's coming.
what?
3 years I've said, no. Now she's like, every week, I'm like, oh, for a little bit.
That's what the kids do.
Come in for your
It's not the
Yes.
Well, anyway. She offers a screen where it's like an ultrasound for $125, and they do it.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, some staff do it, some, I mean, I found out I have fatty liver do that, so hey, whatever, I mean, it helps.
God, I haven't
And
birthday
then they
fatty, I don't
make-
even.
they
So I mean, if you
It's a
have,
boy.
if you have something, yeah, right? If you have something, you know, but I mean, there were some staff that sometimes catch some major health ailments through that ultrasound.
I try to run, it's like, quick, so she's coming Monday, she needs 7 minutes. I know, admin will do the award stuff, it doesn't take, 3-4 minutes to do something like that. I really don't have a whole lot of announcements at this point, that I need to give to them. So then we would go into this piece, I believe. So I just need to know, and right now, on a rough draft of the agenda, right now, I have, gosh, I have 45 minutes in there, but that could change if we don't get all that time. So I just need to know how much time so I can make sure I have enough in that meeting part of it. And I'm not doing a full breakfast, it's expensive, I was thinking about doing donuts or something. That's it, donuts and coffee, that's it. I can't afford another, stop it, $3,000 every time I feed staff.
Eat a donut?
So what?
The little crackers.
Some people won't eat the donuts, some will, but then they just have coffee out there. So, is there anything else that I'm not thinking about at this time of year that I need to put in there? And then, y'all have already done individual, to staff, do you need to say anything, Angela?
No, ma'am.
I didn't think so, cause you've done the individual, right? I don't know, ESL is doing individual training as well. So IGC meetings are tomorrow. We've done little groups of stuff, so I don't know that any of that need, unless y'all have something y'all need me to address with them. No, you're on my speed dial. Just, I don't like that one.
They're not helpful.
No, I'm not. Okay, SAT, that's you, Angela. Go for it.
I sent you all the, I didn't know. I sent you all the revised list. If you would just check to make sure pregnant women, hey, is Miss Getz another pregnant woman?
She's out on maternity leave. She's gone.
Thank you. She was on my
She
Yeah.
had
list.
a
Like a week
C-section
ago.
today.
Oh, is it today?
I think so.
Oh, wow.
That was too much baby to come out of that little bitty body, so.
And those who are no longer with me, if you all would just double check that, I think I had Getz down. And that's it. We already talked about the schedule and everything, and I already went over the relocations.
You got a lot of pregnant women though. Can's going out before the end of the month.
I
Just for your
remember-
EOC purposes. She,
Yeah, y'all need to keep the English department away from people.
but
Don't drink the
Yeah.
water.
won't be here for
That's what I'm doing
SAT.
down there.
No, no,
Kim won't be here for SAT either.
I think you got it though.
I think I got all the English ones made.
It's in the English water.
Anyone in math and science?
Are they of reproduction age?
Yeah, I do have some of reproduction age.
All in the barn.
But that's it. We pretty much talked about everything else. The numbers that I sent you for the EOCs, I'm sorry, you said only
No,
SAT.
go ahead.
Oh, the numbers for the EOCs, now that includes our SPED babies. Some of them, we might lose some because they might be ordered out, but that's including them. It does not include Link and SOAR because remember, we don't test them. So it's gonna be close to that number. It's gonna be close. And of course, the winner is Ms. Lehman and her English. Her English.
There you go.
We never wanna take that banner away from you. You deserve it. That's right.
Yeah. But that's it. Thank you.
You are.
No, what?
IGC meetings are tomorrow. That is so loud. IGC meetings are tomorrow. Remember, this is just a reminder, we are doing that differently than we have in the past. We are not doing big group, we're doing first through fourth period, remember? So kiddos are gonna be coming in there. Coleman's got it separated down. I asked him, did he send it out to staff tonight? I asked him to send it out to staff, so at least they have the kids' names. We'll send it out again tomorrow morning, to ask them to check for those names. He's supposed to have been sending invites out as well, so that they know what period when to come to the LGI.
Since you're speaking of that, we also got together, and I wanted to pass these out. These are, PowerPoint, it's a PowerPoint presentation. That's gonna be part of it.
Okay, who's doing that?
The counselors, I guess, I haven't talked to Mr. Barnes yet. He just asked me to go ahead and put the PowerPoint together. There's a portion where it's an overall or overview of what's gonna be discussed.
Sorry, I had
And then each specialist will get up and discuss their own individual projects. But
Okay.
this is the first part, which is from that initial, email he sent out about IGC. I just put it into a PowerPoint.
Okay.
That's the only thing. So all of the information you see on there was on that one individual sheet, and I just transcribed it into a PowerPoint. So if you just wanna take a minute, please offer any suggestions or anything I need to change. Like I said, I just looked at that sheet and just put it into this, more bite-sized pieces, so it doesn't overwhelm them. I even would suggest we pass this out to them.
Does IGC really limit college admissions?
That's what the counselors,
I don't think that's accurate. I don't think colleges give a crap.
If you have your diploma.
Yeah, I think we probably don't need to.
I'll take it out, but it was on the sheet,
I don't
so,
think colleges care about it.
okay, I'll take it out.
I'll be honest, I've never had a college or a kid or anything say I didn't get in because I graduated by
Okay.
IGCs.
Okay,
It's other stuff.
And teachers actually believe that, cause they'll say,
I don't think that's
Yeah,
accurate.
Maybe it's just to keep the
So-
kid motivated to do their best, cause you know, in the,
I don't think
I
that's
think you
know.
can
accurate.
get the HCC, but not for
yeah, but it may only be for one
I don't
semester.
think
You
that's
could get a
accurate.
summer semester and then go to a four-year college.
I don't, I'm gonna text Amy, I don't think that's accurate.
okay.
Barbara,
Just let me know if it needs to stay or not.
on that third slide on that first sheet,
Uh-huh.
maybe you can, put in parentheses, like, already passed 3 or 4 ELCs. Cause you have on here, if you have only failed 1 or 2.
Okay.
so if
But
you
they
have
weren't-
passed
but
at
they
least
weren't
three.
to say you were
Right,
only
they got it
eligible
like
if you
a
had
16 or 17
3
year
or
old.
4.
Like if you
That you have passed.
Yeah, right.
So we'll take it to the positive.
Pick,
Yeah,
yeah, positive instead of negative.
Wait, what are we doing?
Instead of failing, 1 or 2, if you have passed
At
out
least
of,
three.
well, when I should say out of
Yeah.
5, you passed 3,
Yeah.
Okay,
okay?
At least
One
3.
more.
3 or
All right,
3 or
yeah,
more.
Yeah, right.
okay.
IGC diploma process. It's not a IGC diploma.
Okay, that's when you had it phrased.
It was supposed to be designated on their diploma if it was IPC or not.
I just,
She's right there.
Clear.
And that's what we were always told, is that it would be designated on their transcript.
It may be, but I know we've had kids that have gone to colleges with IGC.
But no.
credit. They didn't go to 2-year.
I have no clue. But it says the diploma, it may be on the transcript, but it says the IGC
It's not on
diploma process, because they had, I don't know, they may not want, they, in their mind, they may say, I don't want an IGC diploma, but even though they,
Okay, just, should I just take that diploma off and just say IC process?
Yeah.
that'll work. You are required to take each star exam.
Okay, do you want to, they're nowhere on here are the teacher recommendations. Cause y'all said y'all
Oh,
wanted
okay.
to have those with
Yeah.
the projects.
Well,
Did I miss it?
Yeah, if
That's on the
projects and
second page.
recommendation letters are due to the following offices.
Yes, it's on
Yeah,
there.
but I think in the past, we've said that and they haven't done it. Y'all wanted to emphasize it, remember? That,
Okay.
that the project has to come with a recommendation, so we're not chasing on the day of. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's on the
So, yeah.
timeline. That timeline slide,
But I process, I do see the process will consist of project from the subject EOC starts that you have not passed, and
okay,
I would add it,
okay.
just to emphasize it, and teacher reps. Cause I think that's what held us in the past, is we've emphasized the project, not the rest.
Okay.
On this timeline slide,
Uh-huh,
do we want to color code?
yes, I'll take that table out and color code it. Okay. Which, by the way, let me pass these out. I color coded the IGC process, or the help sessions.
Perfect.
I did color code that.
Perfect.
And, I didn't have your colors. It's not on here.
Pink and blue. Oh,
Which
pink
one?
is-
Which is which?
English one is pink,
Pink.
and blue is English.
Okay, so my suggestion is, I really think they need to get this in color. So how many we talking about? I don't mind printing it out.
How many is on that
How
list?
many's on his list?
I don't know.
It's like, I have 140 of those, so.
Mr. Watts, you got
That's okay.
Winner
I
again.
mean, every now and then, I mean,
What's going on right now?
to the conference room at
You just need to
Franklin.
put one in each
Yeah,
of
but
the
that's what I'm saying,
folders.
every now and again, you gotta invest in a color copier, that's why we got it.
We need to, please have color ink cartridges.
Yeah, like I said,
We'll
I'm
be
gonna
happy to
do
print
it.
them in color for you.
Okay,
We
yeah,
need to use
Yeah,
them
we'll
for
do that.
languages.
Okay,
Yeah, we have lots of color to give you because we don't have
I'll be
that type
sending
of
stuff
picture
to you.
anymore.
okay.
We're good. Yeah.
So this is gonna go in each one of the, for the kids as well, and,
Do you actually have a room number on the outside of your office? Peter?
Uh-huh.
she put it up there.
No, I didn't put it up there, it was already there.
It's bootleg.
It's paper, it's in
It's
paper.
so bootleg, it's sad.
We should number us then, we don't have a number. If she's
Mine
N
that
one,
doesn't
we
have
should be
numbers.
S1.
That's one, there you go.
No, you should be
No, no,
CP
no, no.
one, no, CR
Nothing in
one,
the
copy room one.
Did y'all hear that?
No.
Did y'all hear that?
She, nothing on the diploma, and then, we were trying to find anywhere where the counselor would put something.
On the
Find it.
transcript.
Just tell me what goes on here, I'm good.
Just say IGC process. Just
Okay,
take that.
I'll change it.
I didn't
Like I
think
said,
so.
Mr. Wands had all of this on that
That's
sheet.
not what we
has
ever
that.
Because I know in the past I've had athletes that have graduated IGC and have gotten scholarships for 4 years, and I know the cons. So I didn't think that was the case. They don't care. They don't care about the ESCs, they just want you to graduate. It's a true story. They don't care what your score is on that. They care about the SAT and all of that stuff.
And I'll put on here across from the ATM on this, help sheet too.
What's across from the H?
My
Her
Katie's
room.
office.
Oh, it's from the
Happy birthday.
Happy
birthday.
Who has a birthday?
Mr. Wong.
You have a birthday today? Well, happy birthday.
I thought that's why you dressed up today.
It is,
Is
I'm
he a
sorry.
student?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I don't get one.
She-
Look, see, I get the curl.
On the last page right there at the top, it says IGC approval will not be made available until after EOC testing. It's actually when the data comes back. Not just after testing, it's after the data
When
comes
results
back.
come.
After
Because
results.
we have everybody, 5 tests or more,
Okay,
you know,
so-
whatever, doing IGC, we aren't gonna know who can go graduate with IGC.
Until
the
after
results come back.
EOC results.
That's what I just changed it to. So after EOC results have been posted.
And then at the top bullet, it says you are required to take each STAR ELC exam in May.
April
No, it's
and
not all
May.
of May.
I mean, oh, April,
and May.
April and May. I mean, I would,
Well, the EOC dates are on the next slide.
Oh, you can just put offered spring 2020, there you go.
Here and here's the next
Okay,
one
so-
here.
offer spring 2020. That way we're telling them those are the,
You gotta
you
sit
are
for it,
required to
Donna.
take the
You gotta
ELC
sit
offer
for it.
spring 2020.
You have to sit for it, stay awake
So
for
Barbara,
it.
in your dates
Circle
down
and
there,
bubble.
you use the same verbiage if you put ELC dates, spring 2020
Okay.
on there, that way they know it's the same.
So tomorrow I'm wearing green, right? And you're
Can I get a hot
purple.
monitor
Oh, I'm
around
supposed to
the
wear
room?
yellow, and Katie, you're.
Okay, we
wearing
gotta wear our colors too, during the presentation.
Yeah,
I'll wear
we're-
purple.
right, there we
Yellow,
go.
okay, I have to find my
You
yellow
also need
shirt.
to say on here somewhere, cause I was writing notes when I worked soccer Saturday, they need to understand they can't turn in crappy projects. The committee decides whether or not to approve the projects or not, so they can't turn in just slop. Some kids just think they're gonna turn in just anything, it needs to be quality. We've had that problem in the past, we've actually had kids not pass through the committee because of their project, so I would say something on that.
So I'm going
Did you
to,
put on there too, you may have, but the March seventh tutorial day?
yeah, that's gonna be, hold on. I'm waiting on a call.
It's on this sheet too, at the top. Okay, the Saturday. And then the individual dates.
And those are the slides we're gonna stick to when we, do our individual presentation. This is just from Mr. Young, this part.
But where does it say the tutorial date on there, where you're gonna talk about it?
I haven't
It
got to
doesn't
that.
yet.
Each one of us gonna have an individual slide, we're gonna get up and present about,
And
Oh.
and our square
Yeah.
will be on our
Right.
slide.
right.
Okay,
And like biology will be green, because all our
So
papers
who's-
are green.
who's doing all this?
This is the administrator.
Are you gonna be really mean and direct, or are you gonna be too much of a teddy bear?
I'm always mean.
No, you're
You
not.
have that in you.
You're too much of a teddy bear.
Okay.
Can you channel me?
I will channel my inner.
You need to channel,
Channel
channel
me.
Lynette, Tiffany, who else? Who
With
else?
such as this.
On this, honestly, on this, you don't need to be touchy-feely. It is what it is, and it's very direct, and